Dear students, in today's video we are going to discuss the next session, that is human excretory system. So first of all we will look at what are the different major parts of the human excretory system. So first of all you can see kidney. These are two bean shaped structures, so which are a pair of kidney which are placed right behind the abdomen, between intestine and small intestine. So right behind this particular human digestive system, just either side of the backbone, so there exists a pair of kidney. So here you can see one is to the left side and to the right side. So already we studied in the circulatory system, so there are arteries and veins. So the major blood vessel that brings oxygenated blood, that carries oxygenated blood, that is called aorta. Here you can see the red colored blood vessel. So that is the aorta. So even though the blood that is flowing through the aorta, which is pure, but it may contain the salts, urea and uric acid. So as a result of the blood circulation, so the blood reaches almost each and every cell of the body. So from there, as a result of the aerobic respiration, the waste materials that are produced in each and every cells, that will be carried back to the heart, and from the heart, so once this particular oxygenated blood that is flowing through the aorta, once it reaches here at the junction, so it divides into renal arteries. Here you can see this red color mark. So the main aorta that is carrying oxygenated as well as impure blood that contains all the salts and waste materials that are produced during the cellular respiration, that is aerobic respiration. So these waste materials will now enter into the right and left kidney through the renal artery. So this is the main particular part where the filtration of these excretory products which are unnecessary for the body that takes place. So later we will discuss it in detail. So first of all, a pair of kidney, then aorta that is carrying oxygenated blood as well as impure blood in the sense which contains salts. Then the next part is called, you can see the blue color blood vessel, that is called renal vein, or that is actually inferior vena cava. Inferior vena cava actually transports the pure blood, that is purified blood, from the kidney back to the lungs. Then the next part is called, here you can see the yellow color part, which is actually called ureter. Ureter. So this actually collects the urine that is formed in the kidney, and just there is a pair of ureter, and this ureter opens into a muscular bladder-like structure, that this particular part, and this particular part is called urinary bladder, and the tip of the urinary bladder, that is called urethra, that is a little opening through which whenever we feel the urge to urinate, so the urine goes out through this opening called urethra. So a pair of kidney, a pair of ureter, then renal artery, then renal vein, this is actually inferior vena cava, then a pair of ureter, then urinary bladder, then urethra. So these are the main important parts of human excretory system. So now let us see what is happening inside this particular kidney. So the right and left kidney almost they perform the same function. Actually it helps to filter the blood. So actually there are a lot of materials that are being carried through the blood. So these are salt, glucose, water, urea, amino acid, uric acid, etc. So some substances are very essential for us, but some of the substances like urea and uric acid, these are nitrogenous waste. So these are actually unnecessary. These are not required by the human body. So high amount of these waste materials can't be tolerated. So we need to excrete it out. So for that particular purpose, so this diagram shows the internal structure of the kidney. So this entire structure is called nephron. So now let us look at, even though it looks complicated, first we will go through each and every particular part. So inside every kidney there are, just like the alveoli we studied about the respiratory system. So there are millions of cup-like structures. Here you can see these cup-like structures, or these cup-shaped structures are actually called Bowman's capsule. So here actually once the aorta enters into this particular kidney, so it divides because there is a pair of kidney on either side. So this aorta divides into two, and that forms renal artery. So renal artery enters into the kidney, and the renal artery again divides further into minute arterioles. So these arterioles, here you can see I have drawn one artery. So this is the cup-shaped particular part that is actually performing the filtering function. So once this artery enters into the Bowman's capsule, it divides itself into a very large number of fine capillaries. So these fine capillaries are called glomerulus. So glomerulus, that is present inside the Bowman's capsule. So you need to understand here the artery or the aorta that brings the impure blood to the kidney, the aorta again divides into renal artery, and the renal artery further divides into renal arterioles. These arterioles will now enter into the Bowman's capsule. So here you can see this cup-shaped structure. So the arterioles enters into the Bowman's capsule. It divides into very large number of minute blood vessels. So of the single cell thickness. So what happens? We already saw that when blood flows through the artery, it is under very high pressure. So when the blood flows through this artery under high pressure, when it flows through this fine capillaries, that is called glomerulus, what happens? Almost all the molecules, that means which are very essential for us, as well as the waste materials such as salt, glucose, water, urea, amino acids, etc. Here urea and uric acid, these are the substances which are harmful for the body that needs to be excreted. At the same time, because of these small pores present in the capillaries, so all these substances which are essential for us as well as not so essential. So these all materials will get filtered out of the glomerulus, and that part, the filter, that part is called filtrate, and the filtrate will now get collected into the Bowman's capsule, and the Bowman's capsule receives all these materials, and that will now pass through this particular distal tube. So it contains all the necessary items as well as the unnecessary items. So we need to, so here you can see again the arterioles further divides and overlap into this particular distal tube. So that actually carries all this filtrate. Filtrate means the materials that are coming out of the blood. So which contains all the essential materials also. So what happens? These arterioles again divides and binds around this particular distal tubule and forms the renal vein. And here what happens, the reabsorption of the essential materials will happen over this particular area. Here reabsorption of water, reabsorption of glucose, salt and amino acids, which are very essential for the body, and excess amount of salt, urea and uric acid, so that will remain in this particular tubular part, this particular tubule. And as the filtrate passes through this particular tubule, so here the reabsorption of essential nutrients that will happen, and the filtrate that contains only the urine that will move upward, and as you can see here, the essential materials will get collected through this particular minute capillaries, and which forms later the renal vein, and renal vein will connect to inferior vena cava, and inferior vena cava will pass this pure blood to the heart, and the heart will pump it to all of the body. So the collected urine, the excretory product. So that will now pass through this small tubule and it will reach the ureter. So the ureter, as you can see here, the ureter, only a pair of ureter is present, but inside the kidney this ureter is divided into millions of small tiny branches. So from every Bowman's capsule, so the filtrate, that means the urine that actually goes through this particular ureter, actually the minute subdivisions of the ureter, and finally it reaches the ureter and it will reach the urinary bladder. So this is all what happens. So during this particular filtering out, this particular process, it actually happens in Bowman's capsule. So this structure, this diagram is very essential and you need to draw it well and study well. So this is all what happens. Once the urine is collected in the urinary bladder, so it can store, it is a muscular structure, so that can store urine for a long time. Suppose if it were not happening, so what will happen? So as every time the urine will be produced at the instant, and the urine is produced, so that will be going out of your body. So which is very uncomfortable, which is actually unnecessary thing, is it? So you will be always disturbed. So actually urinary bladder is such a kind of muscular system, or so that organ, that particular part, that can expand and contract, and it can collect and store urine for a long time. So the muscles of this particular urinary bladder is connected to the central nervous system, your brain. So whenever the bladder is almost full, so you will feel the brain will trigger the signal. So now is the time to urinate. So that will help you to regulate or eject out the urine out through the urethra. So this is what actually happens during the human excretory system. So which actually controls the amount of water. The main function of excretory system is to control the amount of water. Suppose if you are drinking lot of water, so you'll have the urge to urinate so often. So that means the amount of water in your body that needs to be regulated. So that's the main function of excretory system. So if you drink less water, the urine will be more concentrated and it will be more smelly also. So if you drink more and more amount of water, frequent urge to urinate, so that will arise. So these all things are controlled by the brain. And similarly, the second function is that to remove the unnecessary waste materials which are poisonous, which are highly poisonous or toxic for the human body. So when kidney is not functioning well, we need to go for artificial kidney, or it is called hemodialysis or dialysis. So in the chapter just below this particular part, the dialysis process is also mentioned. Even with single kidney, a person can survive. Suppose due to any injury, if you are not drinking proper amount of water every day, minimum 2 to 3 liters of water must drink every day, so as to keep your kidney healthy for life. So otherwise what happens if you consume lot of very large amount of chips, then Pepsi, Coca-Cola and all, so this contains large amount of sugar and salt, so which actually needs the kidney, the work of kidney will be too much, and the kidney will have to work really hard to remove all these waste materials from your body, so that after a long time you can develop kidney stone. If you are not drinking water properly, so that will lead to kidney stone, and which may cut the small arterioles inside the kidney, and so it will start, so you will feel pain while urinating. So this will lead to also urinary infection, and also this kidney stone once developed into very high, very large amount of stones, so that will actually lead to kidney failure and even toxic substances. So once it reaches the kidney, so that will lead to the kidney failure. So that time you will have to go for dialysis. Dialysis actually itself, the main function of this kidney is performed by an artificial kidney. So artificial kidney also works the same principle. So the blood taken out from the artery, so that will flow through this particular dialysis machine, and it contains the dialysis solution. So it will have minute membrane, very fine capillaries, like just like glomerulus. So once the blood flows through this particular minute membrane, so what happens? All these materials, waste materials as well as the substances which are essential for us, all will get out of the body. So the vein and the purified blood, the pure blood, that will be pumped into the vein. So at the same time, one disadvantage of artificial kidneys, which there will not be any reabsorption of nutrients. So we need to inject glucose at the same time when the person is undergoing dialysis. So these are the major topics under this particular part. Read the topic well, read the chapter well, and this year, as you know, there will be more multiple choice type questions, assertion reason type questions. So we need to read each and every part of the lesson. We need to understand the functions of each and every part of the excretory system, so that you can score good mark. So read the textbook well, study well, and stay safe.